going. So, hey everyone, welcome back. So today I'm gonna be making some trees that I'm commissioned to do for a build team. Let me go ahead and find the thing real quick while we're waiting for people to join anyway. So I'm going to be building on Everbloom today, just FYI. Won't be on the normal builder's refuge. I should probably actually move this up a bit more. Okay, so yeah, we got some trees to make today. It's gonna be good. It's good stuff, hopefully. So let me go ahead and join the server while I'm looking for things real quick. So, yeah. I'll leave a link actually to the build team that this is going to be for, which is MineCraft build team, in the thing, at least to their Twitter, in the chat, and then we'll go for it. Okay, so we're making some trees. Let me open the trees that I actually want to make real quick. So this tree and this tree were the ones I was planning on doing. And then let me go ahead and make this full screen. Let's do it. In better terms or worse. Okay. Yeah. So right now I have the blue tree kind of started, and then I was starting the oak trees. And these are some trees that I personally found and I wanted to make. Some of this I found a really long time ago, and then this one I recently found, I think. And then I just thought they were really cool, so I was gonna make them eventually. So probably not eventually, but you know what eventually means. Alright, eventually means eventually. Okay, so I'm gonna start out, let's start out with the red one. I really like the red one, and I think that one's gonna be really fun to make. So, turn the music down just a smidgen. Cool. So let me go ahead and just curve this first part. Cell convex. Boom, 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 boom. Curve 1713. Give it that dark oak. And then let's go from about here down and make it one thick. So, if you guys are wondering, this is going to be basically my realist process when it comes to making trees. My most recent, my most up-to-date, whatever you want to call it, when it comes to making trees. So, this is basically tutorial 2.0 for tree making. And that goes for red trees and these jungle-y-ish trees that are, they're going to be pretty interesting to make, actually. I don't know if I want to, I'm definitely not going to be able to make those as a unit, because they have to be 4 separate trees. But I think I have an idea for the big ones there. Okay, so right now I'm basically just laying it out so that I can put a bunch more branches on it. And then I'm going to thin it out here, hopefully. Going up. And then have to thicken out branches too. You know, got to do both, thick and thin. Let me get a swig of water. I like the word swig. A swig. What does that even mean? Okay. So I'm going to make some more branches coming off of the center part here now. And then once I have enough branches, and what I'm doing with the branches is I'm kind of keeping them flat-ish. I don't want to kind of just put them straight up because of the leaves that I'm going to make. So we'll see. You'll see whenever I make the leaves here in a sec. Yeah. So make some more. Finish these roots up. Clean them up. Make them look better. Okay. So let me keep. I think I need some more branches that are longer coming off of this, like, that don't branch off into small branches right away. It's like one right here. Maybe like a too thickish or too wide. I don't know. That's hard to explain. It's not necessarily 2. That's like a 1.5 because 2 radius would technically be 2 blocks from the center in all directions. So you'd have to do 2 blocks that way, 2 blocks that way, and then it's 2 blocks this way. That's how it makes spheres, by the way. Usually, the game, but it usually just kind of gets rid of these tips. And that would be a 2 wide sphere, though. Unless the game decided to do this, I guess. It could, yeah. That's actually technically 3. That's not right. I'm lying. That would be 2. Hopefully, if you do, well, that's confusing actually now, isn't it? I think World Edit and Voxel do one differently. I don't actually know now. I've asked myself a question I don't know the answer to. Wow. Should do that more often. Alright, let's find out actually. This is a good place to do it, I guess. So if I were to curve one, I know it would do like a plus kind of thing. So like if I do a curve right now straight up into the air and don't move at all, and I do curve 1, it should, no, curve 1, sorry, but yeah, it should make the plus. Yeah, so, okay, so World Edit does a plus for 1. And Voxel, let's do V, /BL/V1, let's do this up 1. Okay, let me get right under it actually, that's gonna be easier. Okay, post 1, and line it up. Nope, okay, so B2. I don't know if it actually will do it bigger. Does that work like that? No, it doesn't work like that. You can't do a bigger line with Voxel. But if I were to do BB, or B, I guess cylinder, the Voxel size, or brush size of 1. Let's see what it does. Okay, yeah, it does the plus as well. Okay. So it's 1 away from the center. And then 2 away would be, yeah. Okay. Education is good sometimes. They are the same. Except I know they end up making their spheres differently in the end. Or their cylinders. Both. And World Edit doesn't put what I like to call nipples, I think. And then Voxel does put nipples. So when you can tell when people use World Edit or Voxel to terraform just by looking for the dots. All the popping up blocks. There should be just blocks plopping up like that in the land if they didn't smooth it out properly. If they did, then there won't be very many of those. There might be like 1 or 2. If they made it really good, then you won't be able to tell. That's the best land, is the land you can't tell what they made it with. If you can tell that they used Voxel with the nipples or World Edit without voxels, or without the nibbles. I don't know why I call them the nibbles, that's kind of weird, but hey, don't judge. Okay, so this time we're listening to no copyright music again because I really did not want to get 100 emails saying copyright. No, don't worry about it. We're just watching your video. The nipples. So the internet is weird. I guess because I didn't make the music myself, and it's not free technically, even though it's on YouTube. I do pay for YouTube technically, so that makes it okay, right? Probably not. Whatever. Okay, this is probably way too many branches actually. Let's cool it on these. I think that's actually probably about right. So let me get rid of this thing. Don't need this. Okay, and then I'll make one more tree. So what I usually do is I make all the tree outlines and then I make the leaves and then I plop the leaves on, and I'll show you what I do to do that. It's my schematic brush, or not my schematic brush, rather the schematic brush. Excuse me. So we'll see what happens. Right. So let me make one more tree and then I'll do the leaves this time, I think. Instead of doing all of them. Because he wants 4 variants of each tree. And there's 6 different trees. Alright. Ooh. Alright. We're good. Maybe. Okay. Yeah. Or rather, they wanted, I guess. Because there's more than one person that is involved. Okay. Tree branches, trees. So right now I'm just kind of forming it. I'm going to do this one just completely by hand because I really don't want to worry about having to do the whole line brush thing. So, and then it also kind of just leads to it being a better shape overall in the end, I think, usually. You do it by hand. Especially with trees this big, like natural-ish sized trees. These are probably a little bit scaled up, but that's because I want to be able to do the nice leaves. So they have to be a little bit bigger, but they're not going to be huge necessarily. They're just bigger than like a tiny little, shrub. The tiny Minecraft trees, if you will. Client actually sent me a picture of all the tiny versions of the trees. It was funny. So yeah. These will be different sizes though, all of them, of course, because that's just how you do it. Some are taller, some are shorter, some are longer, just like those and those. You can't really see that one back there. Yeah. So I think I'll make a couple more branches here, and then I'll make the leaves, which are going to be really cool to make. And I make the leaves with the whole schematic brush pasting in mind, obviously. So what I'm going to do is, after I make a few more small branches, when I make the leaves, I usually get like a center point, and then I make the leaves out from that so that I can paste them, kind of like I did for these blue leaves out here. You can kind of see them. And these blue are actually for, I'll show you the tree, I guess. It's for this one. Oh, that's very pixelated, actually. Yeah. Just kind of inspired from that. The leaves will be different, and I'll probably also put these flowers on later. But I have to make the flowers first. So, that'll be nice. Alright. So, red trees. These are going to be interesting. So let's see. I kind of actually want to fix this so that it's more grouped, the branches, so that they're more going in like a specific little area, I guess, like a cylinder version. I want all these branches to be like within this area, at least on this axis. If that makes sense. So I kind of want to group them together so that when I put the leaves on later, they'll be all kind of put together, and then I'll have groupings of leaves. So like now this one, I kind of want to, I'm going to make all the branches coming off of this kind of closer to this, instead of like putting them way out here like I was doing. I'm going to start doing this because I think that'll look better. I think I'm also going to kind of fix this one so that's not doing that. Like, see how I spread these out? I think I'm going to do the opposite, so like kind of make them going towards each other more. I think that'll look nice. Nice. Yeah. And this grouping will really help in the long run when it comes to the leaves and how they look. Because I'm basically using these branches as the points for the leaves. Giving away all my trade secrets, guys. You better pay attention. Okay. Maybe I'll actually edit this video into a tutorial later on, because I'll have the footage. It'll just be kind of crappy footage, but you know, who cares? It's footage. It's not about the actual quality, it's about the quality. Because that makes sense. If you don't think about it. Okay, that's my mistake. I'm doing it again. Okay. We'll just have one little grouping right there. Okay, these two need to be fixed. Do this one going this way. Another grouping right here. Maybe one going down from that mistake. Nice. So, usually what I do also, whenever I'm making branches, just in general, is instead of like trying to go back and make perfect branches every single time I make a branch, like, so I guess for this one, let me get rid of this and then I'll show you an example. So like if I want to add more branches to this, I'll go off something that has like a lump, first of all, that I can go straight off of instead of going like in a corner where it would make it 4 wide. That's always usually what I do. And then I also, instead of trying to go off of like and break a bunch of blocks all the time, if I happen to make a block that like plops out on the side or something when I'm making it, like that, I'll just go off the mistake. I won't even worry about it. Like I'll just say, oh, that's another branch. But this is way too long. I was just trying to go out for an example there. And then usually that's like the reoccurring pattern, I guess. It's all. Oh, well, look at that. With all 2 people paying attention. That's great. Well, you guys got some great knowledge now. It's a good thing I post these later, I guess. Sorry if you guys can hear the washing machine. Can't stop it. My roommates decided to sit around all day before this and then do laundry now. Oh, there's the bumping. It's a bumping. Alright. Let me change these logs all into all-sided logs. Replace 17.3. Oops. That needs to be colon, not a semicolon. Wait, oops. We also need to do cell cuboid. And that might speed things up. I haven't remembered to actually do that every time. Okay. I remember the tools, but I just don't remember how to use them. Right. Like, I don't remember the correct things to do. I remember you have to do them, but I just don't remember every time. That makes sense. That's a sentence. Okay. So leaves, let's do it. Up 1. Don't need logs to make leaves. Should probably get rid of the sign too. Actually, I'll need that later though. because I'm going to make schematics, and when I make schematics, I'm going to put a sign under it, labeling it. So I want red. I definitely want to try using concrete. Nether warts are awesome for red leaves. I've used those in the past for red leaves in trees. Really like how they look. So what I'm going to do, I think, I'll use kind of 3 different colors here, and we'll also use glass on top. So that'll be the 3rd color. It's glass, basically. So this is kind of going to be the stems here, this red, I think, and from all coming off from the center position right here, just kind of spread it out accordingly. Yeah, so that's random enough. Now from that, I'm gonna go off of these and just kind of make 3 wide things, kind of going in all different directions. So you can always do like this too to make it, give it more depth and more 3D-ness, because that's totally weird. And then I'm gonna add in more like into the center here, because I want one right here. But actually, so what I'm gonna do is keep most of these flat. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of these ones that are going up the y-axis, I guess. Because this would be x, that would be y. I don't know. But the ones that are going up. I think that's, yeah, that should be y, right? I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a MineCrafter. Okay. So there's that. Now above only the soul nether wart stuff, not soul sand, I'm gonna put the glass, I think, because I did the glass kind of randomly over my leaves last time and it looked kind of weird. So I'm just gonna do it really precisely this time and see what it looks like. I'm gonna have one more leaf just kind of flopping off on the bottom here to give it more, just more, more-ness. That's because that's a word. I'm gonna have this one going down. Okay, there's the glass. Yeah, that's a good one. Now up 1. So for this one, instead of keeping it so like uptight and in this like perfect little square, I'm gonna kind of make it a little more organic, kind of further out, more spread out. So like 3 apart even here, and then this one coming out. Yeah. Basically, this will be a bigger leaf overall in the end. Okay. So now that I made my little plops coming off of that center part, I'm gonna make my leaf parts coming off of there. My lives. Okay, and then I'm gonna make 3 of these because 3 is the magical number, always. And these are the best trees, so, you know, gotta be the best, right? Okay. Yeah, that'll work. I think that's good. One more. Up 1. So might have to change the concrete into probably not 1.12 blocks later on, but that's totally fine. It'll look alright in the long run, I'm sure, so won't matter if I use wool or concrete or whatever. Make this one go down. I'm trying to go down. Maybe one more right here. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Solid. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this whole chunk right here down. That should look nice. I should probably do a couple more like that. Maybe let's do a couple like that over here. Like this one. This one seems a little... candidate. Okay, now that we've done our chunks, let's do this with glass, and then we'll make them into schematics. And then we'll plop them on the tree, and then the trees are trees. So after I plop those on, I have to make 2 more. But I think I'll move on to the next one and make 2 of those first. And then make the 2 trees, the 2 of these red trees later. Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. Okay, I do have cell cuboid on, hopefully, this time. Okay, let me get my sign out, because I'm going to need that. Oops, don't want to over-select it too much, because I don't need to. I'm going to go down in here to copy it, kind of close to the center as possible. // schematic, save. Let's call this red leaf 1. Red leaf. RD for red, LF for leaf, and 1. Okay, this will be 2. RDLF 3. Cool. Now, in case I forget, because I make a lot of these, I can come back and use them if I need to. Okay, copy. Skim save. This one was 3 because it's on the end. This one was 2. Oh, forgot the glass right there. Gotta do that first, probably. Alright. Those 2. Plus 1. Copy. Skim save. RL2. Alright. It's funny that I'm giving my most knowledgeable stuff while there's like a ton of like annoying background noise and stuff. Yay, the thumping's back. I love Thumper. I'm kidding. Alright. So now let me get my hilarious stuffs. Okay. Put all this back real quick first. Alright, let me get my hose. My pasting hose. That's what I like to call them. And do / SCHBR. And I just called them RDLF21 for the iron hoe. And then for normal servers you do *@ **, and for Builder's Refuge you'd have to put your MineCraft UUID in front of here. But since I'm not on Builder's Refuge, I have to do @**, and then normally you do -place bottom, and then -y off 0, not smiley face, or y off whatever -3 or 35, whatever it needs to be, basically. But I don't need to do the y off, I just have to do a little caret for the y off. And I put a negative for just a number for whatever it is. Okay, so I'm going to assume that this needs to be put up about 1 block, because that's usually what it is. And let's try it. So now it's kind of facing low, so let's plop it up a couple more. Let's do 3 blocks. Let's see where that goes. Yeah, that's good. Kind of want it to go on top of the branches instead of into the branches. That makes sense? That should work for the first one. Okay, let's assume that all the other ones are about the same need of lift, y offset, in other words. So yeah, y is up and down. I was correct earlier. I am somewhat knowledgeable. Sometimes. Okay, the thing fell off of my chair. RLF2 up 3, RLF4 3. Okay. Now let's make sure these 2 work real quick. That one's up way too much. So 3 does not need to be up 3, probably just 1. Nope, probably just 2. Okay, that seems about perfect, though it might be still too much. Let's just do 1. Let's stick with 1 for 3. Alright, for 2, we're gonna do up 2 and see what that looks like first. That should be good. Alright, cool. Now let's do it. This is my favorite part because it's just so relaxing. Let's turn up the music a smidge and make some leaves. Hey there, Jason. How you doing? I think I finally remembered to take off the chill and build thing this time on the top of whatever the stream. Okay, so what I'm gonna do for the most part is just base these on the ends because they're really big. They really don't need to be put much anywhere else. Oh look, Wonder's here. Hey Wonder. What's up, Wonder? He's streaming. Okay. Wonder's here to join us in the stream, apparently. Alright. And then we'll do this one as well, since we already got the brushes sets up. So like, for that one, what I did is, when I pasted it, it didn't fill up the whole branch, so I just pasted another one. And then, I'm not really worried about it pasting like in the middle of it. And for the most part, these concrete blocks are just gonna go away. Because the way the brush is set up right now, it doesn't take priority. The blocks I'm pasting, the branch still takes priority. So normally when you paste something in World Edit, or if I were to just copy and paste these leaves in, the leaves would take priority and they would delete the branch. But the great thing about this brush is that when I paste it like that, it doesn't get rid of any of the branch. Though normally that glass block would have obviously pasted over that end block there. Not doing much, just watching how you build the trees. Where are you building them on? Which server? Right now I'm building them on Everbloom because they're private trees. They're for the Meriki. I hope that's how you say it. Because if not, I'm butchering that name. They're for that build team, and they're commissioned, so can't let you guys see them up close and personal. This is as good as it gets. Sorry. So I am on Everbloom, though. I did say that, right? Okay. So yeah, right now this is just the schematic brush. And I'll show the command again here in a sec, if you want. Yeah, those are looking pretty nice, actually, I'd say. Alright. Nice. I really like how the glass makes it look when you look at it, like, and you just kind of go up and down. Gives it a nice, like, gleaming, especially, like, with the sky as the background. Yeah. Alright. Makes my trees gleam. I have gleaming trees, guys. Magnificent. Okay, so now... Whoa. That is just in your face. Okay. Now I'm going to make this tree. These trees. Rather. Instead of this red tree-ish stuff. Yeah. Let's do it. So, I had somewhat of an idea for these, but I'm not sure if it'll work. TBH, so now we're in testing mode. This is going to be some interesting stuff real quick here. Okay, whew. Gotta readjust and get a swig of water real quick. Okay, let's do it. Whoa, I'm flying too fast. What is this? Get outside, BGM. That's what you get for. That's what I get for listening to no copyright music. But hey, I don't want to get 6,000 emails again, so screws it. So I think what I'm gonna do to kind of give these a unique feel is kind of give their roots more chunky of a feel, and then make the roots kind of make a double tree, if that makes sense. So that's kind of what these are doing anyway. It's just a giant tree root, and that's growing more trees out of it. So that's basically what I'm going to kind of do, only I'm going to make multiples of those, so like tree roots that are growing trees out of them, if that makes sense. And hopefully that'll look okay. At least that's the plan here. But we'll see how that looks in the end. I don't actually know what the team is currently in standing, and probably closed for new members, but I don't quote me on that because I don't know. I'm not allowed to say a lot of things right now about Everbloom, so I can only tell you so much, really, at the moment, because of non-disclosures and stuff. But we're doing pretty good. I can tell you that. We're doing all right, at least, in my opinion. Okay, so this time I'm also gonna try to sort of kind of group the branches up at the top, the small branches. Not too crazy on it, but you know, just a smidgen. So like spread them a little bit, but not too much. That's definitely what she said. Okay. Also, sorry if you guys can hear my roommates in the background. I can't help that either. They're here today. It's Saturday. Right? Last time I checked, it was Saturday anyway. Okay, this will be a smaller-ish tree. Well, this video has like waves in it and stuff. But you guys gotta see this. This is great. This is magnificent. Oh yeah, take it in. All the music in its glory. We'll just leave that over there. Alright. Makes it feel more real. Okay. Need a few more that was English. I need a few more branch groupings here, and then make one more tree, and then I'll make the leaves. We're good. Yeah, thanks, man. No problem. I mean, I got Mr. Z Jason, so I mean, you can ask all you want. There's no problem in asking, dude. You don't have to be sorry for asking. It's just I don't know how much I'm actually allowed to tell, so I'm not gonna tell that much. Is all. Like I know we have Jurassic Depths out. That's all on Twitter. That's pretty cool. You guys should like check that out if you haven't. And also the snowstorm one. That one's pretty cool. I helped with the trees on that one. I can say that now. At least. Okay. That's pretty solid. Alright, I'm gonna make one more, except I'm gonna do like 3 coming off of this one instead of just 2. I'm also gonna make this one a little bit more extensive when it comes to the root here. So like have like chunks coming off of it and hanging off of it and stuff. Okay. And then do this part. I don't know why, I just like building with the dark wood better than the regular oak wood. Just looks better, looks nicer whenever I'm building it, I think. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Even if I end up changing it later, like those, like I ended up building most of those in this color. I don't know if that's big enough for 3 trees, you think? I think that's big enough for 3 trees. We'll just make the trunks a little bit skinnier this time. And I'll make this one kind of go out. Alright. So, there's 1. There's 2. Because I kind of want to make this one with this root here, because that would make sense. Probably in real life. Alright, do we still have waves on the screen? No, we got 2 women. Cool. I think there is a beach in the background though. Or no, it's water, which is technically waves. So we still have waves. We're still waving. Alright, I'm actually gonna leave this one kind of skimpy like this, except I'm gonna make it a little bit more like that, kind of skimpy in the end there. Same with this one here. There we go. Gotta get rid of a ton of blocks just to put 2 blocks right there and there. Because you have to be able to build out to here, and then you have to be able to build out all the way to here to be able to place that, and you have to get rid of all of them. Okay. Yeah, whatever. So, there's that, and then we'll make one more branch. This one I didn't even do yet. That's okay. Didn't even shape it. So yeah, I hope this ends up being helpful to people. I mean, we'll see if it is in the end or not. Probably needed to turn that volume down just a smidge. Smidge is definitely a real word. Never looked it up, but I always use that as a reference for small things. A smidge. It's accurate representation for a measurement, I'd say. Okay. Almost done with this one. Make these, I'm gonna make this one a little bit more crazy and large compared to those 2 because they gotta look better. Okay. Now we're on a dead silence. Okay, there's just loading things. Still have water in there. That's great. Okay, and this time I'm not really worried about the branches all being leveled like I was for the red ones. Because when I was making the red ones, I was kind of going for some more like leveled branches, kind of like this, instead of going straight up like that one there, or like I'll like do like with this. But I definitely want to do a lot more like that on these, actually, because of the leaves that I'm going to be putting on these. They're going to be way different than those. Because flat leaves means flat branches, right? Usually. Or big flat leaves. Big heavy leaves. Okay. And, oops, wrong way. This way. So, based off these trees, leaves, I mean, just in the concept art, they're kind of like, placed right here. We can zoom in on that. And plus. Alright. Yeah, they're like floppy and all over the place, it looks like. Except for the really big end ones. So alright. Let's do it. Let's make some leaves. Probably put that there. That there. Okay. Now let's make some leaves. After I placed 16 more blocks. Up one. So this time, don't want to use that color. I'm going to use green glass and probably actual leaves this time, since we're going to make them green. And then I'll probably want another color in there, so green wool is usually nice for jungle-ish looking leaves. Okay. So I think I'm going to do the stems out of the wool, and then like the less abundant block will be the wool here, and then the more abundant blocks will be these things coming off here. And so for these leaves, I'm gonna just do this and flop them all over the place, instead of like what I did for the other leaves, because I want them to be going in all directions this time. And I want them to also be a little bit bigger than those ones. Okay, so now for the glass, I'm just gonna kind of try to put it on top of them for the most part, but it's gonna be kind of difficult because some of them are sideways and stuff, and it's gonna look weird in the end if I only put it on top and don't put it on sideways for some of them. That makes sense. Okay. Well, I move on to the next flop of leaves. One. Stems real quick. And then, oops, that's too far. Okay. Leaves. Probably make that 4 wide. Do this one going down. Do this one just chilling there. Actually, I'm gonna do this one sideways, kind of. Yeah, it looks nice. Also do this one kind of sideways, probably. Add to that depth. Yeah. Solid. So I think I'm gonna go mostly for this shape now instead of, so this, by this shape I mean, like a little thing like that for the leaves. I think that'll look best for the most part there, because it'll, if you happen to see the ends coming off of the tree, you'll see the little plop like that. I think that'll look nice. This one looks really awkward. I don't know what the heck happened here. Let's redo that one. I think I tried to put that one on sideways and it just didn't look right. So let's just do this one straight up and down. So we can do it right. Okay. The last one, uno más, and then we plop them on the trees. Or once we change the trees to full-sided logs. And then I think that's kind of just where I'll end the stream, because it seems like a pretty full stream actually, just as that. Yeah, there we go. That's a good start. Let's put these leaves here. That's that general shape there. This one going sideways. This one going down. This one going up for some reason. This one going right there. We'll have this one going down. Just 2 glass blocks there. Let's do there. This one goes on the bottom. Nope, wrong block. Okay, one more leaf right there. Glass on top. I think, maybe one more under here and then it'll be good. It's not enough under here right now. And then glass, and alright, that'll be good. Alright, let's schematic them. And then plop them on the trees. Copy. Skim, save. I need to call this something that I haven't called a leaf before. So, let's call it, what kind of tree would this be, I guess? Maybe, how about flop leaf? So FLPLF. 1. Flip leaf. The floppy leaf. Makes sense to me in my head. And I'm gonna write it down anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. FLPLF1. Nice, like whistling in this. LFP. Oh, or sorry. Gosh dang it. What did I just call it? FLP. Oh, that's really confusing, actually. 2. Flop. FLP, LF, 3. Okay, and then I gotta make the schematics for these two still. Copy. Skim, save, 2. Just copy. Skim, save, 3. Okay. Now let me get all this crap out of my inventory actually first, so that I can do things. That's a really efficient way to get rid of things in your inventory, if you're wondering, by the way. You just put them down here, and then go into any of these things, and then just shift click them out. And you can also shift click them into the inventory as well, if you want. Alright, so let me get my hose again. I'm going to do // none on all of them so that I can make sure I get rid of whatever commands were there before for the red leaves. Okay, so // SCHBR, and then FLPLF is what I called it. 1, ***, and I think I'm going to only go up probably 1 for these. We'll see. Oh, yeah, that's plenty. And I definitely only want to paste like 1 of these per branch because these are huge leaves for the thing. And I'm also going to kind of paste them so that they're just surrounding the branch, if that makes sense. So I'm not going to quite paste on the ends of the branches every time either. Okay, so I need to do the rest of these. FL1, I did this one as 1, right? Yeah. So then we'll do this one as 2. Make sure it works. I might need to go up 2 actually. Yeah, it should work. And then we'll do this one as 3. Boom. Alright. Solid. That'll work. Actually, this one might be going up too much. Let's just do up 1 for this. Yeah. There we go. That'll do it. Let's plop them on here. Probably just 1 per thing there. This song used to not be. Or no, never mind. I just remember the song because it is no copyright, I'm pretty sure. Because we've all listened to the no copyright songs 1,000 times, I'm sure. Alright, 1 more there. Alright. So yeah, the reason I do custom leaves is that really just off the ends it looks good. Like whenever you're looking at it and you see the leaves flopping off there, you really start to notice it up close and stuff more than anything. And I mean, far away probably is also very evident when you do custom leaves versus not just world edit leaves or whatever, the VR sphere leaves. The ones that I do still use every once in a while for some things, fill in and such, if I need to. There's always use for some tools. Alright, let me change these logs so that it doesn't look weird anymore. Also probably need to... sorry. Separate those trees a bit over there, because they're getting a little close together there. Move the red one. Move it over a couple that way. About 10, no, let's do 15. There we go. Sweet. Alright. Now that's out of the way. I like them. Yeah. These are pretty good trees, I think, actually. I need to fix this a bit. This looks a little awkward. The bottom and stuff here didn't quite blend it good enough there. And here I didn't either. Solid. Alright, I think those look pretty good actually. So I think this is actually where I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream, since there's not really been a very good viewing all the time anyway. And then I'll post it on the YouTube so that it can be educational and such. Yeah. Thank you guys all for joining. Whoops, I need to do that. Let's undo that. Thank you all for joining. And I will see you in the next job.